case here. I don't know, some of you, if you watch my videos, may have eyeballed some new stuff. All these cows around here hearing the sound of my voice, I guess. I don't know, maybe they heard the door shut. I put out some hay for them yesterday, a couple of bales for my cows, and there's some of them over there in the corral eating on that. And then these heifers are up here. Been feeding them every morning, and usually I have it done by now. But it's been raining here. It's about, I don't know, 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock, heck, I don't know. But it's been raining here since about 6 or a little after. Sometimes hard, a lot of lightning and thunder. You might have just seen some lightning. You will hear the thunder from that one. Sweet summer rain, August, I believe it's the 8th. Yeah, 8th. And I'm not going out there, but I'll tell you about some of the recent purchases I've made. You see that tractor sitting over there? I traded for it. I bought pickup from Scott that he couldn't manage to get sold, and helped him out some. And then man that I deal with on tires over at Commerce had that tractor, and he'd traded to get it. It's a 806 farm all gas, really nice looking tractor, but we can't get it to run. Carburetor was missing, so I pulled the carburetor off my 706 and put on it. And I can't get it to make any vacuum hardly. I'd say the motor probably wore out on it or something. Hard to say. I'm not sure yet what'll happen with that. Really contemplating taking the loader off and the back and the fenders and putting them on my 706, which has an old aftermarket cab on it. And then possibly parting the rest of it out. I'm just not sure yet what'll happen with that. So I got that. Had to haul a skid loader over to Commerce to get it home. And then you can see a little bit farther down there, there's a new hay baler sitting there, new to us. It's a gehl 1475, makes a 4x5 maximum size bale. And the reason we bought that is because it's supposed to be able to bale high moisture hay, and we want to get set up to do a little silage, baleage. And I told the boys if they'd help me, I'd help them get the equipment where we could do some of that and see if we could make a little better hay for our cows. And we also went last Friday and picked up a Anderson single bale wrapper. And I don't know if you can see it, there's some bright white right over there. Just over that little knoll, between the cab of that combine and the back of that baler, we have wrapped a couple of dry bales of hay with our new wrapper. And done a bunch of other repairing this week. We did some work on my little 1494. I had a friend of mine tell me how to fix up the 3-point to where it would work. And we had to make a line. It has steel line that ran from the cylinder for the 3-point over to the control for the 3-point, which had one of those setups to where it would control. You could set a stop on your lever and it would let the 3-point go down a certain spot. And that's what wasn't working. And so we had to weld a coupler in the line so that I could hook it up with a hydraulic hose plugged into just a remote valve. So I've got a 3-point working on it again. It doesn't have depth control or anything like that, but I can set a chain to hold it up at a certain place, so that's not really a concern of mine. I'm glad to have it with 3-point working. It's probably going to be our bale wrapping tractor, along with all the other responsibilities it does. And we did some work to my 930 case. We rebuilt all the bracketing for the front end loader on it. I had found it had a bolt broke off in the frame on it, so we dug that bolt out and then built a whole new bracket that went under the middle of the tractor to hold the front end loader up. So it ought to be a lot more stout now. Got it ready to haul hay with. So that's kind of what we've been working on around here. I've had my truck in the barn a couple of times. I got the thing out. I've had the starter get loose on Mildred, my '02 Dodge diesel, and it watered one of the holes out on the starter really bad when it done that, and that's been probably almost 2 years ago. And stayed tight for a long time. I'd check it once in a while when I was under there. And then this last week I thought that thing is making some different noise when I try to start it, and so I checked it again, and it was a little bit loose, and when I tightened one of the bolts, it stripped threads out of the clutch housing, but it happened to be one that goes all the way through, so I was able to put a bolt all the way through it and tightened it up. And then 5 days later maybe, it's making a racket again like it was loose, and I crawled under there and it's still just tight as it can be. But it was still starting it, and then yesterday morning it wouldn't start it at all, and I couldn't hardly believe it. Auto parts stores around here want $240 for that starter for that pickup. So I'm like, I don't want to do that very bad. I think I get the one I've got fixed for that. There's a guy up at Joplin to fix them. So I didn't do anything until I looked on Rock Auto, and I can get one shipped to my door for $125. So I got one ordered, supposed to be here next Friday, and that's why Mildred's sitting outside. If I need to start her, I can roll her down the hill if I have to. Starter still works some, but it's really getting slow and undependable. So this is what's going on here today, and if you can see that down the driveway there, it's actually pooling up, running down my driveway. I don't know how much we've had, but it's been a good rain, and we had some here on Thursday night. This Saturday morning we had some here on Thursday night, I believe. So been a good rain. So help that Milo that's trying to put on a head right now. So that's a little rainy update. My heifers have been eating some hay too. They have picked the pasture down here where they're at. It's the only one I've got that don't have a bull next to it, and it actually does have a bull next to it, but he's mine, and I don't have any trouble with him staying in. So one of those in that pen's going to get processed early Monday morning. Have some homegrown steaks. Then probably in a couple weeks. I'm trying to keep them in there until I get to wheat planting time, and I can go in there and drill that fields they're in to winter wheat, preparation for pasture for my weaned calves that I'm gonna have here in October, November. So, and that wheat will work a lot better if it's eat plumb down to the ground, and right now it is. Get this rain, I don't know if the 8 calves will be able to keep up with it on 20 acres. I don't know. But anyway, that's what's going on around here. A whole lot of nothing this morning. Just sitting back and watching it rain. Thanks for watching.